Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new edition of Merrill's Monday Morning Market Madness. I am going to do something really cool today. I'm sharing I put together what I consider to be a really, really awesome spreadsheet. If you just by now, I'm a big numbers nerd, kind of a stat rat, and I really like to take a look at what markets are doing in different areas. And I've spoken in several previous episodes about how I really think that you should be investing in real estate right now. Rental properties, rent prices are just skyrocketing. Combine that with the fact that that interest rates are so low, you can lock in such a low payment on investment properties right now and get a really good amount of cash flow on properties almost instantly. Not almost instantly, instantly. But I wanted to look at what kind of sub-markets around the Phoenix metro area are performing the best in terms of what is giving you the best rent compared to sales price ratio. Before I do that, though, I just need to start off really quickly with the month supply of inventory number. I always start with that. As of this morning, we were at a 0.82 month supply of inventory, which is much lower than we have been at in previous weeks. Part of that is that very, very few homes hit the market last week, with it being the week of Thanksgiving. And so not a lot of homes coming on the market, but demand still seems just as high. Out with multiple buyers over the weekend, we're still seeing multiple offers on most properties, and it's still very, very competitive. So demand stayed high while new listings were really low. And so if people continue to hold off on putting their home on the market through the holidays, which is what I suspect they will do, we're going to be in a very, very dire situation come January, because demand is still so high. Everything is selling, and a lot of people are holding off on putting their home on the market, which is going to create an even more desperately low inventory situation. So I'm going to share my screen with you now to show you this incredible spreadsheet that I created. And again, this is for if you're thinking about investing in real estate, which areas are kind of giving you the best bang for your buck with rental properties. So let me just share my screen with you here real quick, and I'll jump into this this spreadsheet that I've created. So hopefully you guys can all see this. I didn't look at every single city. I'm looking at kind of what I consider to be areas that are definitely very suburban, very much on the outskirts of the Phoenix metro area. My experience has been they tend to have the best returns on rentals. So the cities that I chose ranked alphabetically are Buckeye, Casa Grande, Coolidge, Florence, Goodyear, Maricopa, Santan Valley, and Surprise. It certainly is not all the cities that you could consider investing in, but I had to start somewhere, and these are the cities that I chose to take a look at. So in this first column, I'm looking at what was the average sales price for homes that sold in this city in the past 60 days. Now, I wanted to use the same criteria for all of these searches. So for every one of these searches, if you look at this line here, I'm only looking at single family homes with three to four bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car garage, between 1,000 and 1,800 square feet, no pool, and a single story. I can't remember if I said that already or not. So all of the search criteria that I used for all these averages use those criteria. Obviously, you could invest in different types of properties. You could invest in a 2-story, and you could invest in a 5-bedroom. But these are, I wanted to kind of choose, a very typical average rental house that feels common, if that makes sense. So the trends should be true, regardless of what type of property you're looking at. So anyway, here's our column of average sales prices. The city currently with the lowest average sales price out of these is Coolidge at $172,000. I'll be honest, Coolidge, I'm biased. I'm actually buying a couple of investment properties for myself in Coolidge right now. I believe it's an amazing place to invest. There's some big companies that are moving there, and commute time from Coolidge to Phoenix or Tempe is actually shorter than it is from like Santan Valley in some cases, and and definitely shorter than Florence because of the proximity to I-10 or the 87 or whatever. So I really like Coolidge. Now the average rental prices in each of these cities are displayed in this column. So average rental price in Surprise, $1,683. And then I just took, okay, what's the average price divided by the average rental price, which would essentially say how many months at that rent would it take for you to get. Now, of course, rents don't stay the same, right? They've been rising, but just in a hypothetical, like how many months at that exact rent compared to that exact average sales price, how many months would it take for all your initial investment to be paid back? And Coolidge is the best currently at 123 months, or essentially about 10 years. In about 10 years, assuming rent stayed exactly the same, you would get all of your money back in rents. And also assuming, of course, that you paid cash for the property. There's lots of variables here, but it just gives us kind of a metric to look at, who has the best rent to sales price ratio. Okay. And so right now, Coolidge on my list has the best sales to rent to sale price ratio, but Casa Grande and Florence are not too far behind. And then after that, Buckeye, Surprise, Maricopa, all of them are about the same. And then I thought I would look at, okay, well, what was the average price in those cities a year ago compared to, what the average price is now, to give us a percentage increase. And the city of Maricopa has actually seen the by far the greatest, well, not by far, but has seen the greatest average sales price increase year over year, going from 198,000 to 238,000. So pretty big jump in average sales prices. And interestingly, and I have a theory on this, Coolidge only up an average of 5%. So by far the lowest average increase. Now, here's my theory on this. A lot of the homes that showed up in this average for 2020, the last 60 days, were new builds. Lots of new construction going on in Coolidge right now. And so the problem with new builds is that they went under contract 6, 7, 8 months ago, and then they took, so they went under contract at prices 6 months old, and then they just recently closed for those old prices. You could turn around and sell those exact same homes probably for another 10% higher now. So I think that I don't think it's really realistic that Coolidge has only seen an average increase in home prices of 5%. If I excluded new builds, maybe we would see a different number, but that wouldn't be fair because I'm using the same criteria across the board for all of these cities, and the numbers are what the numbers are. And then I looked at what is the average rent for each of those cities a year ago compared to this year. And I just want to draw your attention. Look at how, just even in the lowest, average rental prices in Maricopa was the lowest increase. This year, their average rental price is $1,617 compared to last year, $1,297, a 12% increase. I mean, if you're renting, some of these are around 20%, and then Coolidge has seen the greatest increase year over year in average rents at 33%, but I will admit their sample size was quite small. It's much smaller than a lot of these cities, so there weren't as many, so it might have been skewed by a small sample size. But even Florence at 29%, and everywhere else at around 20% increase. So just in 1 year, average rental prices increasing by 20%. That is just that's insane, and it's like, it seriously is blowing my mind. So this market is nuts. Prices are, as you know, home prices are going up rapidly, rental prices are going up rapidly. So it is an amazing time to get into rental properties. If that's something you'd like to consider, or if there's an area that you want to see these numbers on that I didn't cover on my spreadsheet, let me know. I'd be happy to look that up for you and give you that information. Anyway, I hope you all are having a great day, great week. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving, and I'll talk to you soon.